up and coming artists.
Sitting here, guess I didn't make well. Got time story to tell. Started when I was 9 years old. Woke up and daddy was home. I started hustling, they couldn't tell me nothing. Running in the hood, trying to be somebody. My soul's so empty. I was searching for something. Tried to be good. Tried to keep from trouble. Living too fast. Trying to make good on the hustle. Sometimes you get lost. Sometimes it got hard. Sometimes you gotta walk to work, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do a little bit. Hey, wasn't really looking, guess I found it. 5'3" like brown skin. Coming from the university. My style looking kind of lovely. Didn't know she had much game. Down the ride out, we didn't take the train. Even took her to a poker game. Top notch for 5 chicken and sushi. Tried to be good. Try to treat you like a birthday. Try to be a friend. Turns out that you was your day. Sometimes you get along. Some things are what you seem to be. Sometimes you get all angry. Oh, sometimes you forget to be. Well, try to be good. Oh, they nothing but your love something. Didn't want to die young. Said he has to try to feed my family. Scared to have kids and do like that again. Cause I'm so scared of feelings. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you gotta move. Sometimes you gotta cry a little bit louder. Oh, sometimes you gotta fight the pain. Sometimes you gotta walk alone. Sometimes you gotta worry.
Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the home of Black Titanic. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for being here. I'd like to thank everybody for the Cash App, PayPal, Super Stickers. I want to thank all the content creator. Pretty Brown Eyes is here. And any other content creator, if you show up and I don't see you, you're welcome. I want to welcome everybody trending at some point. Titanians, yes, welcome Titanians. Well, today we'll be looking at innocent to proven guilty. I'm taking mine a little different, you guys. We're gonna actually use this as a teaching moment. We're gonna look at the justice system when it comes to African Americans. Can a black man and a black woman be looked up on as innocent until proven guilty? We know that the rest of society is. Let's just take Kyle Rittenhouse, for example. Kyle Rittenhouse, we saw what he did with our open eyes, right? We saw that he went cross state with that rifle, right? We ended up deleting some people. We saw that. But it still was innocent until proven guilty. Yes, they were on code. The clear people was on code. They came in and raised millions and millions of dollars for this man. We saw what he did. We saw that he did the do. Our eyes saw what this boy did. First of all, he was 17 years old. His mother was not even charged with anything. She gave him, all this is allegedly, in just my opinion, to go across the United States. And he said he was help defending the nation. But he ended up deleting some people. He was always innocent until proven guilty. Even in the courtroom, I never seen a judge that go to bat for somebody accused of deleting people. I mean, not accused, but he did it. But he was able to use the stand your own ground laws. So we're gonna go besides keke. We're gonna go into the Ozone case. Ozone name is Othal Wallace. This case everybody should have been on because this case right here was history making cases going on right now. When the brother defended himself against a state actor, right? Yeah. And the state actor was deleted. They accused the brother of deleting the state actor. Well, he was a clear person, so that's the fight of his life. Can a black man fear for his life? Can he fear for his life, you guys, when these race soldier is coming after us? Look at George Floyd. He was telling the Othal Wallace, I'm going to show y'all the video. Othal Wallace was sitting in the car, y'all, at his home, baking his daughter a birthday cake. He's a family man. He's a freedom fighter. Y'all probably don't know him. Y'all don't know our freedom fighter. See, I be out there with him, right out there covering the story. That's why I'm too old to be a freedom fighter. So I cover the stories. Othal Wallace was on that most notable Breonna Taylor case. Now, I say that only people that go into prison for that Breonna Taylor case is these black men. Yeah, we went down there. I was with them all by myself. I was not with them, but I was reporting on the Breonna Taylor case. And Othal Wallace was down there. In fact, they were a militia that I always travel with. I just not with them, but we always end up in the same place. So on that Breonna Taylor case, you got the leader, in fact, of that militia, John Fitzgerald Johnson. He's doing 5 years. You got Ozone. They trying to get him the death penalty. They accuse him of deleting a state actor. Because these men were freedom fighters, we feel, just my opinion, that they have been targeted and been watched. But they are the only two people that went to prison in this Breonna Taylor case. I saw Othal Wallace, Ozone again at the Ronald Green case. I went and reported on that case. That case was in Lafayette, Louisiana, where this was a horrendous case, y'all. These state actor, these race soldier drug this black man, drug him, put a chain around him and drug him. And then while they was doing it, they were citing racial slurs. He ended up going to the hospital. They took him to the hospital and said that the man was in a car wreck. And you saw the car with hardly a dent on the car. So we knew right then and there something was up. Yeah. Ozone was been on Ozone, better known as Othal Wallace, he is y'all freedom fighter. Anytime there's racial injustice, this man is on the scene. I'm down there too. I'll be reporting on the scene trying to get justice for our people. But anyway, just thinking that Keke, y'all, this is a black woman, right? This black woman right here has no sympathy. On Love and Marriage Huntsville, we see how they condemning this black woman. Why would the producer put this on the show when she has not been charged with anything? Well, we saw that they said at the end of it in writings that, she was never charged with anything. But the problem here is that the damage is done. This is a national platform looking at this girl. And then not to mention, this girl said she was innocent. Can a black person be innocent till proven guilty? We know not in a clear world, but looks like it amongst people that look like us. Yeah, because Tiffany said on Love and Marriage Huntsville, well, she go run my brand. And then not to mention her own cousin want to throw her on the bus. What the hell do drugs have to do with this girl being accused of stealing on Crime Walker? She started talking about something else. About, I hope she ain't went back on drugs. That's what Tisha say. Well, Tisha, I just want to ask you a question, Tisha. Why can't you have compassion for your cousin? Because you've been arrested. I don't feel like going and y'all want to go look up her crime record, y'all. It's in one of my videos. And one of them was for drugs. I don't know what she was using, selling. But in the law, you're either using or you're getting sell or you're selling. That's how it is when you get busted with drugs. So much to talk about, but Love and Marriage Huntsville chose to focus on Keke Jabbar addiction. I thought when she came in there, it was gonna be an educated type of something about addiction that could help other people. No, but they want to bash this girl. So often our little girls, they're seen as less innocent. Let's talk about it now. The little kids growing up, even the little girls, they're perceived as less innocent than little white girls. We got all this stigma just coming along with black women, black girls, even at an early age, that we are viewed as less innocent. We are, if we go to court and something happened to us, less believable. Malcolm X said the black woman is the less protected woman in the world. We are viewed all as less nurturing. Then you got the men's on Love and Marriage Huntsville like Martell pushing that stigma about his own mother, his 4 children, that she's less nurturing. She don't need the kids. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville. Less innocent as being a little black girl. I'm talking about the little black girls. Little black boys, we already know it. But I'm focusing on Keke. Keke is not innocent because of her past, they say. Yeah. That's what's her name grew up. She drew up this girl past of being on drugs. This girl have not relapsed. Keke is very respected in Huntsville, y'all. She was an English teacher in Huntsville. Some of those children are grown up. They respect that lady. This how production showing her. But she's well respected in Huntsville by the people of Huntsville. So they created this thing, that women's league, black women need less protection because they're strong black women, or they're the angry black woman. So we don't need no help. But instead, we need to be lifted up the most out of any other race. We coming out of through slavery, coming out through the Jim Crow's day. God knows we were never protected. So we have to start teaching it to our children, loving our children, because society is not going to send them love. Throughout these years, the legal system, when it comes to black people and black women, we also is received less credible. Throughout slavery, throughout the Jim Crow laws, all these laws, they write against us. Let's talk about the Dred Scott law. That's what we're getting ready to look at. This black man in court fighting for his life. But when I looked at it all the way through, y'all need to go look at that case. That case is history being making. Othal Wallace against Jane O'Rano. Jane O'Rano is the white cop that they accuse him of deleting. But you have a decision called Sanford versus Scott versus Sanford. It's the Dred Scott decision. A lot of legal scholars use this when black people is coming through the court because it have never been deleted or never been challenged in court. On March 6, 1857, Chief Justice Roger B. Tanner read to Dred Scott was the slave that took his master to court. He wanted to be free. But instead, he said he read the majority opinion of the court. These courtrooms, even when I was watching the Othal Wallace case, I did not see not one person look like me except for the judge. He looked like he was some kind of Mexican or Hispanic, but he had a white mind. He was trying to railroad that brother. Anyway, 1857, Judge Tanner read the majority opinion of the court. They were all white then. In 1857, you're going to. Can y'all imagine that? That brother was brave. I can see that brave brother standing up there, a slave in court. You not finna keep me in bondage, especially my children. It stated that enslaved people were not citizens, that we were 3/4 of a human being. This is a law. This law is still in effect and have never been challenged, y'all. So when you go through that courtroom, this is what you getting right here. Is this law, this Justice Tanner versus Scott. It says you're not a citizen of the United States, still on the books. Therefore, could not expect any protection from the federal government or the courts. The opinion also stated that Congress had no authority to ban slavery from a federal territory. So I'm still reading it because he wanted to be free. This decision moved a nation a step closer to the Civil War. Yeah. Can a black man or a black woman be innocent until proven guilty? When Zimmerman was in that courtroom, they used to stand your ground law against that baby. A 17-year-old kid, Trayvon Martin, going to get some Skittles like a 17-year-old kid would do. Go and get some candy and something to drink. Now, Othal Wallace is in that same courtroom. They used the stand your ground law to get Zimmerman off, but they don't want to hear that stand your ground law by the black man. No, they weren't going to hear. No. Y'all need to watch that case. That's the case of the century. Y'all just, it's you got boys, you got girls. It sets the tone that when one of these race soldiers come to you and you know what they're getting ready to do to you, they're getting ready to delete your life. Do you have the right to defend yourself? They get off all the time with that they fear for their life. And then when investor come, they had nothing to fear for their life for. No gun, no nothing, no nowhere on our loved ones. But do we have that right? When you approach me like that, do you have that right? Do I have the right to defend myself? Taken out of the book. Black Titanic, African aboard. We will be having a book class this weekend. But let me read to y'all. This in this book, page 76 for those of you who got this book. It talks about things that's happening back in the day on that ship. Yeah. They went through the same thing on that ship on the Titanic where they grabbed Brother Ernest and accused him of killing somebody and put him in jail. That's in the book. That was in 1912 on board the Titanic. Yeah, they took them people through hell, them black people through hell on board the Titanic. But anyway, today is no different. Black incarceration rate is higher in America than any prisoner in the world. We supposed to be this powerhouse country, but we got more people in prison than any world, any state, any country. Though many crimes are lesser than whites, black men receive a harsher sentence than them. The Dred Scott case. Drug center disparity is a major problem. The negative impact of President Clinton's 3-strike laws destroyed black families introduced in the 90s. It imposed a 25-year sentence to life on the 3-strike. It was a 3-strike law and a federal conviction. By 1994, the prison was overcrowded with black males who were framed from drugs by crooked cops and arrested for minor drugs like marijuana, which they now they found a way to make money off of it now. So it's legal for them. It resulted in a tough on crime policy that deeply impacted the increased incarceration of Black families. Allegedly, during the 1980s, the CIA was involved in the delivery of crack by the Nicaraguan drug dealers when Ernest, this is Ernest, that's the Black man on board the Titanic that they falsely accused of killing, I can't say killing, deleting a person, a clear person on board the Titanic. So they put him in jail. They locked him up for false allegation. It reflects the past and the present with Black men's and Black women's too. Do we have the right to defend ourselves? And do we have the right to exercise the Second Amendment? You guys will see where I'm doing boots on the ground with the militia group called InFact. Black militia group, about 500 men was started, but they took them down so fast, you guys. Second Amendment. When they protest, they didn't protest with flags, they protest with guns. Do we have the right to the Second Amendment? To carry, it says the right to bear arms, to carry arms. Let's see what is the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment protects an individual right to possess a firearms unconnected with service in a militia. You can use that arm for traditional lawful purposes, such as self-defense within your home. But you see, Kyle Rittenhouse was walking down there with that gun. He had that gun walking in the middle of the road now. Cops just passing this little white boy. You know darn well we can't walk down the street like that. They would have been a deleted us. So that's another problem we got too in this country. Do we have a right to the Second Amendment? It's supposed to be a law, but they act like we don't. Okay, well, Grand Rising, everybody. I got my little speech in. I'm getting ready to show y'all the trial of Othal Wallace. I'm going to show y'all when the cop approached him. And then we're going to talk about Tiffany and Tiffany when she's telling Mel that this woman going to mess up her brain. Grand Rising, everybody. Mary White, pretty brown eyes. May, Bravo, D Brown. Let's see them call all y'all. Now, Mary White said, when I worked as a nurse at Job Corps, I tried to lift the young men and women up by telling them they're worth something. Yes, and that's what we have to do. Y'all know I don't like to hear them say a child is bad because you keep on telling that person that they're going to grow up to think that that's who they are. So remember, you're molding a child mind when you keep telling them that they're bad. May say, how are we supposed to protect Black women when we can't protect each other on social media platform? That's what I mean, May. Even in this group right here on just on Love and Marriage, Huntsville cast member, that's what I was thinking about. And it's just not on Love and Marriage, Huntsville cast. It's all over social media, like you said. When something happened to a Black woman, Even if something happened to a black man, they get more media coverage than a black woman do. And who comes to their rescue? The black woman is mostly the ones out there in that street protester. Every time there has been a race soldier has deleted one of our loved ones. Oh yeah, let me finish. How we supposed to protect black women, says May May, when we can't protect each other's on social media platform? From some of these men that's showing us they don't have respect for women. That's right. And Miss Cutie Pie, or Cutie Pie, Cutie Pie, a queen and pretty brown eyes. I'm just trying to get all of y'all before I put that on. Pretty brown eyes, speaking to somebody. Mary White speaking. Hey, Linda Gamma, says Mary White. Mary White say, anybody see Arlita Jordan? Tell her I said hi. Mary White said, it's sad that we as black women that have always been treated less than are always putting each other down instead of building each other up. Tomorrow will be part 2 of this. I'm going to introduce Sister Muhammad of the new Black Panther Party. She is the chairman. She's a woman. Y'all hear me? Most of the leaders in the Black Panther parties be men's. This is a woman out there on the front line. So I introduce her tomorrow. I did some news coverage on her too. When she was down there in Louisiana, she was also right here in Douglasville when the guy got hung. She was also on that case. So many cases this woman been on. Y'all would be amazed at this woman right here and her strength. Her name is Krista Muhammad. It'll be part 2 of this. Okay, here we go, y'all.
It's an unsolved history. It's a cold case file. Oral history, as told by the elders, is that she was an enlisted passenger aboard the Titanic. She was traveling as a personal caregiver with a European contractor. April 1912, the Titanic hit an iceberg. I thought about jumping overboard, says Melinda, but I was too scared.
You're watching the suspect in shooting a Florida officer found heavily armed, they say. This is the trial of Othal Wallace, right? This is, to me, ain't nothing but a witch hunt. He had just came off of the Tulsa case in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Greenwood. It was the 100th anniversary. I was down there as well. I was also on the same case in the Breonna Taylor case, but he's been accused of deleting a state actor as I want to call it, my opinion, it was racially profiling. But this was before they called him. I think that they found him in Georgia somewhere.
Suspected of shooting and critically wounding a Florida police officer into the DeKalb County early this morning. 29-year-old Othal Wallace is in the DeKalb County jail tonight, and Joe Hankey shows us where officers finally arrested him.
The 56-hour manhunt came to an end very early this morning when federal, state, and local law enforcement came down this road here behind me, about 5 or 6 miles northeast of Lithonia. They then drove onto this piece of property right here and tell me they found the man they were looking for hiding out inside of a treehouse. Daytona Beach police first asked the public to look out for Othal Wallace on Wednesday, seen here in an old mugshot. This is Wallace being arrested at 2:30 a.m. after cutting his hair to disguise himself, according to Georgia State Patrol. Daytona Beach Chief of Police, Jakari Young.
What he said was, you guys know who I am. You know what.
That is a false statement. He never said it, you guys. These are state actors.
I'm capable of, and it could have been a lot worse. That was his statement.
How's it going? On Wednesday, Daytona Beach officer Jason Rayner investigated a, quote, suspicious vehicle, according to police.
Why are you asking me going in there?
Wallace can be seen pushing Rayner, and then a brief scuffle followed before a gunshot. Rayner was shot in the head and remains in the hospital. Police later confirmed Wallace may be heading to Atlanta. This morning, GSP, FBI, and U.S. Marshals found Wallace on this property inside this treehouse and arrested him using Officer Rayner's handcuffs.
In the treehouse with Wallace was multiple flashbangs, rifle plates, body armor, 2 rifles, 2 handguns, and several boxes of ammunition.
The property is associated, Young says, with a, quote, black nationalist paramilitary organization.
They call themselves the Not Effing Around Coalition, or just simply known as the NFAC.
On July 4th of last year, more than 100 armed NFAC members.
So I was on this reporting, boots on the ground. I was reporting this. It's in Atlanta, Georgia.
Visibly protested the KKK at Stone Mountain, dressed in all black and carrying long guns. Federal law enforcement sources tell 11 Alive 4 other people were at the property this morning. Only Wallace was arrested, but guns and ammunition were seized. And DeKalb County court officials tell me Wallace could make his first court appearance as early as tomorrow. At some point, he's expected to be extradited back to Florida, where the chief of police for Daytona Beach says Wallace will be charged with attempted murder.
So the officer died, and as y'all can see, that was Othal. I call him Ozon, in court fighting for his life. He didn't get the death penalty because he defended himself on stand. He did an excellent job explaining why he did not do anything. He knew his rights, and he knew he had the ability to leave, but the state officer would not allow him to leave. And y'all saw what happened. This is Black Titanic. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe.
Child to do her dirty work. That's exactly what Huntsville police say happened last month at a local home improvement store, and authorities are hoping you can help them bring that woman to justice.
This is Keke
Huntsville police
Jabbar.
are looking for this woman. They say last month she walked into the Home Depot off the Parkway and started putting items into her purse. Investigators say she also gave a door lock to the young child she was with. When she went to leave, loss prevention stopped her and she pulled out the stuff from inside her purse. But police say she told the child to keep the lock, and then the two left. She was in such a rush, she almost hit 2 cars on her way out. All of that according to authorities. Now, if you recognize her, call police.
This coming from Drop to Mike, but I like to say that innocent until proven guilty. She has not been charged. Like I said, this is Keke Jabbar. And I'm wondering, why would Love and Marriage Huntsville start off with this Crime Stoppers when we got everybody, her whole family? You got this is a whole, I'm not calling you no criminal, Keke. No charges has been filed with you. You got the whole criminal enterprise on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's start off with her cousin. We know who put the babies in the stroller and go out and shot Love. That's Tisha. That's known. That is a fact. That's been documented. That came from her mama himself. They could have started it off with that, with Keke. No, Keke Tisha. Got a little baby MJ in the stroller now. Steal it. We got nothing but criminals on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then the same family again. That's what you call an addiction. They're addicted to. So then these are 2 friends, you guys now. They both were English teacher. I believe Keke taught at Sparkman Middle School. I like to tell you guys that she has not relapsed, and she's also is very respected in the community. This is how production and the Scots wants her to look on national TV, but she's very much respected in Huntsville. Keke is. But this is Melody visiting her. I chose this scene because Melody got her back. I think Stormy and Courtney had her back too when they were accusing this young lady of committing a crime. There has not been anything established that this girl committed a crime, possibly mistaken identity when she was on the Crime Stopper. But Melody said innocent until proven guilty. And I think that's Courtney and Stormy view as well. But Tiffany was saying that she would mess up her brand. I don't know how she could mess up her brand by uh, just her life. That's her life. Whatever she did, that's not your life, Tiffany. You are the captain of your own ship, Tiffany. So how is she gonna mess up your brand? Melody gave that confession at the end. Melody said,
"Proven that you're guilty." Okay, so thank you. So what you been doing while you opening? Tell me what you been up to.
So yeah, they are friends. What have you been up to? She said she's been sick.
No, I just got out of the hospital. Hospital?
So yeah, she said she had got out of the hospital. Yeah, her back sound like she got a slip disc, you guys. So many of you were saying that y'all thought that this girl had relapsed, but last I heard from the nurses there in the clinic that I used to work at, she has not relapsed. Anyway, this is Keke, Jabbar, and Melody, true friends.
That's how bad I feel. They're doing all kind of tests, CAT scans, and all this. Ultrasounds, trying to see what's going on. I have no idea. So this is perfect then for you. So, yes, push through. Yeah.
Push through. Oh, wow. That shirt right there, push through it, y'all. We got to push through sometimes. How many of us had to do that? Mothers, grandmothers, just the curveball that life throws you. Sometimes you have to push through it. Because remember, it's just a curveball, and that curve can always be straightened out. Remember, we're spiritual beings just having human experience. Can a black man or a black woman?
Pains in my back, actually. Intense pains. I couldn't even.
Can a black man and a black woman be proven innocent or looked on as being innocent to proven guilty if you're accused of a crime? This is Love and Marriage Huntsville, Keke on Crime Stoppers. Melody say innocent until proven guilty. Othal Wallace is accused of shooting and terminating Officer Jason Reno in 2021. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty if he is convicted. The man accused of deleting a Daytona Beach popo told juries he had no other option when he testified on Thursday. He said he was afraid for his life and was confused, shocked. Adrenaline began to rush at the time of the shooting. I remember seeing Officer Rayner putting his hands down by his side, and I tried to run. I tried to get away. I tried. I kept on trying to leave, but he wouldn't let me leave. He would take me and pull me, just pulled me by the back of my shirt. I wasn't doing anything. Wallace testified in court as he described his version of the event. The night that the popo say he shot Reno in the head. This is not my opinion. This is taken from the Yahoo News. Anyway, he testified on his own behalf, and he did an excellent job. He said he was afraid for his life. He was sitting in his car. And as we do know about racial profiling, that's all that was. The man just came from work. Just came from work. A family man. Daughter's birthday. Anyway, And Officer Rayner ended up dying after he got shot allegedly in the head. And so this was the court case of the century that everybody should have been watching. Can a black man defend himself? And if he feared for his life, the history of brutality and fatality that comes at the hand of these race soldiers when they meet our people is just outstanding. So when you see one coming, yeah, you fear for your life. Anyway, this is the story of Othal Wallace. Also with keke, we can say with any black person. Are they really looked upon as being innocent until proven guilty? So innocent until proven guilty. Now, this young man, Ozone, and also the militia leader, they call him Grandmaster J, but he started a black militia. Now, I was covering this story too, boots on the ground. We were down there in the Breonna Taylor case. Now they got him. He doing 5 years. And Othal Wallace, they got him for manslaughter. These men were being handpicked out of this group. Now what they did was, Ozone used to be the head security of INFAC, right? Leader Grandmaster J. His name, Mr. Johnson, ran for president. He ran against Trump on the independent ticket. John Fitzgerald Johnson, same name as President Kennedy. Yes, so I was down here. I covered this story. This is actually July the 4th on my birthday, and this is how I celebrated my birthday. It was so liberating. This is called INFAC. That's me down there with them, y'all. You're watching, in fact, this another case I was on. They're saying that Brother Ozone was part of this case too. I don't remember seeing Ozone on this case, but he may have been there. But I saw Ozone on plenty cases that I report. And basically police brutality cases is what I was on. We gonna wait. We got a couple of roads. No cell phone. I said you're trying to buy trees. There was no fucking tree in my formation. You might get shot. Hold it. Let me go back. We gonna wait. We got a couple of roads. This is exercising your Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. There was no fucking tree in my formation. You might get shot. Okay, y'all can see me standing up there. I'm reporting on with the rest of the reporters. It was several of us. But anyhow, I travel across the country doing with this just civil rights. My reporting it mostly on the ground, police brutality cases. In this case, this was a Ku Klux Klansman threat on Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain is the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klansmen. There's a lot be going on up there, you guys. Yeah, a whole lot of hangings, allegedly. But this is in fact. The leader is a Grandmaster Jay. This is the group that he came out of, Ozone. Ozone had actually left the group before this happened with the state actor. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. We always got lots of conflict going on, differences, and so it's in every group. But yeah, they took this militia down fast, y'all. They took it down fast. Anyway, when I'm out on the boots on the ground, I'm not Black Titanic. I'm on the Oma Publishing Company. Because that's where I have my media pass to go out on these different assignments.
On your goddamn phone, you can get some goddamn body shit. Yeah, let me tell y'all some good shit. Out of all the people who talk all that shit on the internet, and all y'all motherfuckers talking about y'all valid and y'all done had enough. Look how many showed up. These the real motherfuckers right here.
This guy right here, I'm trying to get him on I spoke to him. I need to follow up on it. I'm trying to get him on my podcast. He actually do rescues missing children, right? And he trains them to people how to go overseas, how to jump out of parachutes to go down in a certain geographical area to save our people and pull them out of cases where they've been transferred out of the country. Yeah, I don't know if he want me to say his name yet, but I will. I'll follow up with him.
I want y'all to understand at the same time we doing this, there's another group just like you in Phoenix, Arizona right now listening to me, looking at me. We're in two cities on both coasts at the same damn.
So that's me. I'm doing my reporting, boots on the ground. A lot of these kids, we're on Stone Mountain, Jordan. Most of them in the groups I helped raised. They're grown kids I helped raise, and all that talking I did with Black history. Oh, that it was just so exciting to see their children, now grown men, want to do something, want to make a change, want to make a difference in the country, you guys, for our people. This was the Ku Klux Klansman threat. Now, this is called, in fact, the Second Amendment says that we have the right to bear arms. That's another thing that they try to get him on, Ozone on in that trial was he had a gun. And he was also, his work he did, he was a security guard. Let's keep it going. This is me, boots on the ground, Atlanta, Georgia. This was in 2020, y'all. Where everybody was out in the house, them state actors were out here to lead our brothers and sisters and children. And we were on their necks too. We were out here on their necks covering these stories like Ronald Green's story. I was down there. That's going to be part 2. Oh, that Ronald Green story was the man that the police actually drugged. When I say put a chain around his neck and drug him. And then when he got to the emergency room, told the emergency room doctor that he had been hit by a car. Yeah, you see the car, and the car barely had scratches on it, but that's going to be part 2. So, yeah, I was down there on the Runner Green case, so was Ozone, and in fact, you're watching whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty. These 2 stories, a black woman, Keke Jabbar, and a black man, whatever, Ozone, Othal Wallace. Can we be looked upon as being innocent till proven guilty, such as Kyle Rittenhouse? Everybody saw what he did, but he still was considered innocent till proven guilty. They still didn't put him in jail, and at the end, although he did delete those people, he was found innocent.
NFAC is a black militia. And all the white folks listening, we're trying to put you motherfuckers on notice.
Yeah, do we have the right to bear arms, you guys? Othal Wallace is accused of shooting and terminating Officer Jason Reno in 2021. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty if he is convicted. The man accused of deleting a Daytona Beach popo told juries he had no other option when he testified on Thursday. He said he was afraid for his life and was confused, shocked. Adrenaline began to rush at the time of the shooting. I remember seeing Officer Rayner putting his hands down by his side, and I tried to run. I tried to get away. I tried. I kept on trying to leave, but he wouldn't let me leave. He would take me and pull me, just pull me by the back of my shirt. I wasn't doing anything. Wallace testified in court as he described his version of the event. The night that the popo say he shot Reno in the head. This is not my opinion. This is taken from the Yahoo News. Anyway, he testified on his own behalf, and he did an excellent job. He said he was afraid for his life. He was sitting in his car. And as we do know about racial profiling, that's all that was. The man just came from work. A family man. Daughter's birthday. Anyway, Officer Rayner ended up dying after he got shot allegedly in the head. And so this was the court case of the century that everybody should have been watching. Can a black man defend himself? Can he, and if he feared for his life? The history of brutality and fatality that comes at the hand of these race soldiers when they meet our people is just outstanding. So when you see one coming, yeah, you fear for your life. Anyway, this is the story of Othal Wallace. Also with Keke, we can say with any black person, are they really looked upon as being innocent until proven guilty?
How's it going? Do you live here? What's going on?
I'm explaining to y'all what's going on. He's Ozone, Othal Wallace is sitting in his car, and the officer approached his car, and he's in the back of his apartment parking lot.
Do you live here? What's going on? Sit down. Sit. Sir. Can you sit down? I'll talk to you. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do this. Sit down.
Why you asking me do I live here? You live here, yes or no? What's going on, though? Cool, Charlie, stop. No, back up. Stop. Man.
If we could back it up. Okay, right here's a good stop. At this point here, you testified earlier that the light was in your eye.
Yes.
What's going on right here?
Right, in this situation, was the light, and I'm like, I see, I'm not seeing at this time of night. I was kind of just like, call guard, get like shaking up, so I'm starting to become aware of his presence is garnering some type of emotion that was making me feel kind of scared.
Can we go to the point where the door is open? Okay, at this point right here, explain, I guess, where you are in relation to Mr. Rayner, because obviously we can't see him.
Okay, well, just imagine like the hood and bar and door in Jarvis. At this point, I had just stood up. So when you get out of the car, you automatically turn sideways. It's like a normal motion. So as I'm getting up, I'm turning sideways. He basically go up here. And that's when you can see his arm on my shoulder and my hand like this. When I'm getting out of the car, my phone was on my lap, so it's kind of slide down. I'm always aware that I crack any phone, I'm just standing up. So I always like kind of grab whatever is on my lap. That's what I was doing. And that's how I checked my phone.
And you said that it was him.
So right here, he's describing that he wants to leave. He knows his rights. He knows that he hasn't done anything wrong. He wants to leave. But the state officer or the state actor will not allow him to leave. He started pulling on his shoulders, pulling on his shirt. Anyway, he didn't get the death penalty. He got manslaughter. Can a black man or a black woman defend themselves if they fear for their life, if they know their life can ready to be taken out of them? And the cop kept telling him to sit down. And then one of the things that the prosecutor says, well, you could have just obeyed this. You could have just sit down and okay, you guys, I'm ready to talk. This is really serious, this thing with Keke, y'all. This ain't no joke. Having that girl face splash all over the world like that. Now, y'all know, it says that at the end of it says that Keke has not been charged with anything. But the damage is done, y'all. This stereotyping that they want to see black women's, they want to stereotype black women's on this show. And then I just don't get why the Scots, her relative, is trying to defame her, make her look less than, when they could have took up for her. I really thought that when Keke got on this show, I thought it was going to be great. As being I did so much in nursing, y'all. Besides teaching, I've been out in the field. One of the early stages when I was really young, I worked at a drug and retreat center. That's the same program that Keke is under, and they say she's doing fine. They know she doing fine now. Tisha know that girl ain't relapsed. Tisha know she doing fine. But what would she say on TV to belittle this girl? She do not want her cousin to outshine her. This thing been going on between Keisha and Tisha since they was a little girl. Keke tried to explain to us what was going on earlier. Her dad, her grandfather, and her mom and them wouldn't allow her to go around Tisha. And we know why. Granddad was trying to protect her. He knew why. He knew the type of his wisdom. He knew the type of people that Wanda was. He was protecting her from one and not Tisha, because Tisha was just a child too. But he knew what kind of family that was, y'all. One of somebody offsprings, got a mama and a dad. Somebody taught her this. The way she act, that don't seem like this woman never had no guidance. Keke said, Wanda have always taught this girl to be jealous and envy of women's. Tisha. Not just her, but of all women. You can see it, how she jealous over Melody. So now we got them, instead of teaching about addiction, allowing her to come on and teach about addiction, they trying to defame her, make her look like she is just classless, a criminal, a drug addict, and a criminal. That's what what's his name? My soul. Let's listen at this, y'all. I'm gonna play that trailer when she throw that water on her. Let's listen to this. Wait a minute. You can have an argument with my wife and my friend. Start it from the beginning. So right there, I just watched where y'all remember she was sitting at that table. Sitting at the table with him, and then she was trying, they got mad because she was talking about that threesome. Yeah, let's go there with the threesome, y'all. Back again. This girl is trying to say, Tisha trying to say she got the best marriage in the world. And all this cheating allegation that come up over and over and over. This time we got audio. Over there on Anthony. Anthony showed a private conversation. Y'all have to go over there and see it. Where Keke bought her hairstylist to Buzz. Y'all know about Buzz. That's Buzz was trying to get that shop going. The shop going. He paid his $25,000 and Scopes now, scammed him out of $25,000. He never did get that. He never did get that shop up because Scopes had never intended to put him in that building. They just needed his money. But anyway, he's there and he's in love with, in love with this girl named Jasmine. Y'all know they accused Jasmine allegedly, and just my opinion, accused her of having a threesome with my son. Yeah, my son back in the news. Threesome this time, y'all. That old flabby body having threesomes back there in the boom boom room. Back there in the boom boom room, he back there doing his thing. Well, Tisha said, I got a perfect marriage. I've never have ever worried about infidelity in my relationship. She's talking to Melody. Yeah. Then she got mad at Melody. She came in there with her tennis shoes on, ready to fight. Y'all know that's the only time you see Tisha with self-confidence when she ready to fight, because that's what she knows. That's what she knows. She good at fighting and clowning. She came in that conference room, ready to fight with her tennis shoes on, had the nerve to tell Mel, you still had a baby by your husband, knowing that he was cheating on you. Now, Tisha, that was the stupidest statement I could have ever heard. Who did you expect for this woman to have a baby with? When she was married, she supposed to have babies with children with her husband. But get back to this now, y'all. All this tie into Keke sitting at the table. Keke threw water on Tisha because Tisha accused her of messing up her marriage again. So Tisha sitting up there mad at the table, mad at Keke, because everybody in Huntsville know about the threesome. Yeah, y'all. Everybody in Huntsville know about that threesome. Allegedly. It just flying all around about him in that boom boom room. Everybody got to know about that back room. The boom boom room. Cheating in the next room. Hey, Tisha, your man was cheating in the next room. Yeah, come on, y'all. My son was cheating in the boom boom room. Yeah, so that's why she threw the water in her face, y'all. I was just trying to give y'all a visual of it. Now let me turn it up a little bit. Can't show it, but I can turn it up.
I'm real comfortable enough when you can have an argument with my wife and my president. She's gonna do it for a while. You gonna let it come out anymore.
Marcel always involves himself in the ladies' discussion.
You're valuing what women say. I know you're not used to being valued, but I'm telling you right now, you're valued here.
Damn, Mr. Letting you.
So, y'all know that part right there where Marceau was telling, he was telling Martell about, he think that this girl was back on drugs, yeah? And then Martell had the nerve to say, can you ban her or something, when he the one need to be banned?
At the same time, you're comfortable enough when you can have an argument with my wife and my president. She's gonna do.
Yeah. These men have to address him. Did y'all hear that? He said he was tired of him always in his wife's face. That's the second time he done had a conversation with his wife. It wasn't a conversation without his presence. And guess who had to confront him too? Courtney. Courtney confronting this man. Always up in somebody's face, my soul. That's Tisha's husband, because he treat her like a trash. So he think he can talk to other women like trash and treat other women like trash, because that's what he did. Him and his brother. And Martell got the nerve to say something about don't talk to her, don't let her around you no more or something. But anyway, y'all, he's sitting up there, telling Courtney, you sell hair products. Because Courtney told him, women's hair product, because Courtney told him to stay out of women's face. Courtney also told him, you always up in women's conversation. Yes, you are, Marceau. All over on Instagram, Twitter, he arguing with women, you guys. He'll find women to argue with. I never saw him in that all. They got these male bonding, male cage kind of social media. You never see him over there arguing with these men. But y'all know what hurted me when he was arguing with that lady that had cancer. The chemo had ate out her eyebrows and her hair, and that man was making fun of her. And I wonder what he be doing. Him and his wife be making fun of Kimmy behind her back too, because she was on cancer too. But anyway, always in somebody's woman's face. Both of them queens. Well, Melody say, I wish I was not married to no queen, but both of them act like queens. Marceau and that egghead. Sometimes I get stuck when I see him. And then what about the $100 going on? Both of them want $100. My soul want $100. He said, told the girl that she should have paid $100 at the Black Expo. We can tell that they so stupid. The only thing they know how to do is scam people. But when it comes to do something legal, my soul, you don't know how to do it. You and your wife should have told everybody or had it in a contract, had a meeting or something that you were charging. God dog it. That you were charging. You didn't even tell this woman. And y'all know I me and Stormy don't get along, but let me tell you, Stormy really did add value to your program, right? Because you know she's still known for Canvas, good or bad. She's known for Canvas, and then you got the nerve. That's the only brand name that was there. Because don't nobody know where Black is. Yeah. He wanted, so that's why Courtney was telling the man, stay out of my wife's face. And then you have to just now see that Tisha, I don't know Keke's husband name. Yeah. I always say somebody's face. Let me keep it going.
Marcel always involves himself in the ladies' discussion.
You are valuing what women say. I know you're not used to being valued, but I'm telling you right now, you're valued here.
Damn, Mr. Let me get the last word.
Marcel was just kind of, he made that comment of, guess who on scope well.
Sal, there will be no scope without real melody.
You're lying.
No downplay what melody I did for you and for y'all.
And what way did you help me?
More so.
You still owe me $3,700.
The scammer asking people to pay him. Can y'all imagine that? You still owe me the $3,700. Oh, okay, y'all. I'm finna end this and y'all can come on. I'm gonna throw this thing out for y'all. We still was on this legal case, y'all. That's on a serious note about that legal case. Innocent until proven guilty. But this show right here, Love and Marriage Huntsville, you can't make this stuff up. You got so many criminals on this show that they could have started off with. You got so many topics they could have started off with, like especially with them Scots and all them lawsuits, especially with Stormy with all them lawsuits. We want to know. He's so ungrateful. I'm glad he throwing that in egghead face Martell that he's ungrateful. He said, you ain't did nothing for me. Mel been trying to tell this man over and over and over that, you know, they was not his friend. That they always laughing at him, y'all, in his face. And he's so stupid that he can't catch on. And y'all don't let me close about this man talking to the relative Chris, blaming Chris because he got to get out the house, y'all. What kind of mess is this on Love and Marriage Huntsville that we're looking at? If ever I seen a sorry group of men there on Love and Marriage Huntsville, my tell this man that, you know, how do you expect for me to find me somewhere to stay when you can't find nowhere to stay? That sounds like a little child, y'all. So we've been new all over the internet. We knew that the house was up for sale 8 months ago. That's plenty of time for him to found somewhere already in the house. But no, I'm Martell host. That's who I am. I am Martell host. Everybody got to cater to me. Everybody got to do what I say. I'm so powerful. I'm so successful. It's me. You can't put me out on the street. That's what he told this man. You can't put me out. Oh, yes, they can. Y'all, I don't know what they do in y'all time, but the sheriff sit your stuff out. They come in, take all that stuff and put it on the side of the road. They'll have some, they'll come in there. They don't care you in there or not. The sheriff come in on out. And then once your stuff is all out on the side of the road, people start getting it. What can you say? You can't accuse them of stealing it now because it's on the side of the curb. Yeah. He gonna have to stand up there and call somebody on the phone, because immediately he turned his back, that TV on the side of the road is gone. Yeah. Even the couch and chair, they gonna pull up. Your stuff gonna be on the side of the road. If they pull up in a whole truck and put it on the back of the truck and be gone with it, y'all. If the sheriff put that stuff out of it, don't let it stay on the side of the road overnight. I'm telling y'all, I seen it. Stay overnight. When he come the next day, he might not have nothing but some trash bags and blankets out there on the road. I'm telling you. You better go down there to that rescue mission. That's where you need to go. Right there on Clinton Street. 1340 Clinton Avenue, Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, Martell. And then, y'all, wait a minute, y'all. I got to say this one, too. And what about when he say, yeah, you can't put me out because my children. Now he gonna use his kids to his benefit now. Yeah, yeah. How you gonna put me and my kids gonna have to go to the motel? Yes, that's where you going if you don't get out and find you somewhere to stay. Then he started blaming this man. I bet he was weighing Chris out. Chris stuck to his gun, though. Martell was wearing his butt out with that stupidity. Yeah, me, my kids, this, my kids, that. And then, not to mention the last one I put up, with Martell, instead of him fussing about, concentrate on the most important thing, that is finding somewhere to stay to get his furniture out there before they sit on the side of the road. Chris coming in, he coming so, yeah, you see you. You need to put some shoes, take your shoes off. Take your shoes off, man. Man, take your shoes off. That's my float. Then he told Chris, yeah, you came through here with these people, and these 70-year-old men or something, you came through here and they dirtied my floor up. This is what he thinking about. This the conversation going on in this man's head, and they getting ready to put his furniture out on the side of the road. But that was not what was most important to him. What was most important to him that he felt like they had dirty feet. Chris said the man was 70 years old, and these are the owners of the house. Now, when he said they are the owners, at this point now, they already done closed, because he said at that point they were the owners. Martell up there telling me something. Well, no, you better give me $100, because the owners, they tracked all this stuff, all this mud on my feet. Give me $100. He a $100 man, and so is my soul. My soul want his $100 too. Y'all remember when her husband, that Beasley young man, just put the $100 up there and gave it to the waitress right in front of his face. Oh, but anyway, getting back to Martell. Martell up there, and he's sitting behind that desk. He's sitting behind the desk now. I don't see what. Yeah, not now. He coming through the door with Chris. Chris serious. Chris got this serious look, ain't got not a smile on his face. I want you out my house, man. Get out these people's house. He's sitting up there, worried about the dirt on the floor. Well, Chris, you brought these people in here. He blaming Chris. You brought these people in here, Chris. And track mud all over the floor. Chris said, man, it wasn't raining out there. That was a 70-year-old man. It was not raining out there. Well, that's what Chris said. Yes, it was, man. Man, I had to pay somebody to clean up. I had to pay somebody to clean up the floor. Who y'all think who he paid? He paid her with, you know what? It was nobody but Bad Bud coming in there to clean up. We already know who the cleaning person is, but Chris said. Chris got him this time. Why didn't you take pictures? Show me pictures of the dirty floor. Why didn't you take pictures? Man, it was raining that day, man, and I had to pay somebody to clean up. You got to give me $100 or take it off the rent. Chris should have told him. Chris should have said, no, you owe me because I done let you stay in the house an extra 7 months. He had 8 months to get out. This man ungrateful. Pay me for squatting in your house. Yeah, that's how I got the other one I put out. Pay me for squatting in your house. I want $100, Chris. You got to give me $100, man, for the owners tracking up my flow. Well, Chris kept insisting that he not gonna give nothing. Then all of a sudden, y'all saw his face. He was not screaming at Chris like he would have did if it was Nell or any other woman. He would have been outrageously out of control if it was a woman on the other side denying him. Yeah. Then here we go again, y'all. Here we go again. Always using people to his advantage, right? The children. Well, Chris, you want me to, my children walk around here? Chris, you got to give me $100 for that, for cleaning up, because my children walking around here, feet may be dirty. So he just really was trying to tell Chris, don't bring the owners back in this house. It's your fault that these owners came through this house and did a walkthrough. Yes, the $100 man. But I'm here to tell you today, hit up BT. I done told you, you ain't hit me up yet. I know where the rescue mission is at. Right there on Clinton Road. Right behind where you had your event about your magazine. Y'all sitting up there with the rescue mission right next door, homeless people laying all on the ground. You got to step on them to get into your event. You know where the rescue mission is at. Anyway, you guys, let me end this. I'm just going to play this and then we're going to talk. I said the commercial don't come on. Yeah, I guess that's it, y'all. Let me go ahead on and close out. I'm going to send y'all the invitation. Anybody that want to come up. Anybody had... Some of you, have anybody ever had any loved one or know anybody that's been framed, or you felt like they didn't get justice in the justice system? I got the link out there if you want to come up. You feel like, and how do y'all feel about Keke? Do y'all feel like they should have ran that through on air like that? Do y'all feel like she been they shouldn't have done that? Y'all tell me how you feel about that episode with Keke and everybody trying to take her down, like they all trying to take her down on that show, except for Melody. Yes, y'all. Anybody want to say anything? Okay, let me just read some of y'all. Hey, May talking to Ian for life. Hey, do anybody have any stories, right? No, none of y'all have any loved ones that's been framed, or y'all feel like didn't have injustice, haven't been served, or do y'all want to come up and talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville? You got a wide variety. If not, I'm going finna close. What is it? Hour and 27 minutes. If nobody's not coming up, I'm going to close. Maybe talking to Miss Linda and Miss Trendy. Let me read some of y'all are coming. So, Miss Elliott speaking to me. Renata. Miss Justice. Sorry, but I didn't see you down there. Hey, Pastor Justice, thank you for coming up. It's always a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. Miss Titanic, you have so blessed many of us today with this information about this young man and what he's going through. I had not heard anything about this. I didn't know anything. So it was very informative to me. And I will be doing some donating. I wish you would, if you don't mind, plaster that donation.
It's author.org. Listen, yeah, OTHAL.org. When you click that on, it is gonna read up. You can read up on what happened, and also you can donate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, if you could put that on your wall or whatever, community wall, so people can come back to it, because I'm gonna spread the word myself and they can come. I may not remember it, my memory be getting bad, but they can come back and look at your thing and get it and do stuff like that. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And
Okay.
what I want to say about Keke is what we as a YouTube community should do from now on. And you really brought a different angle to this whole thing, because a lot of people don't like how they treated Keke, but there was no ideal as to how to fight back, but what about if every time you know how they was doing all this other stuff for the show about petitioning this and petitioning that. I mean, what greater thing to petition for than the life and well-being of this woman? And when these people come up on different platforms downing her and all this here, or when Tisha them do their little platforms talking about her, if whoever that's aware of what's going on is there, they should put up there innocent to proven guilty. That should be our motto going forth: innocent to proven guilty. Every time they open their mouth about this woman and there's no evidence that she's guilty, she's not been arrested, she hasn't been charged or tried or convicted of anything, we should shout loud and spare not: innocent till proven guilty. We should follow Mel's example. We follow it for all this other stuff. Let's follow it for justice sake.
Yes, innocent, and like I said, when a black woman is the least protected. Even with our black men, a black man will get more support than a black woman, because we've been trained to really value our black men. So anything happen, black women are coming to their rescue through Black Lives Matters or through the organization like ours. In fact, we coming. But when it's a black woman, we get less. It's like we have less value. They just don't value us that much.
Yeah. And I tell you something else you hit on, Miss Titanic, is how the men on this show, how they, as black men, not the other color, black men, how they value black women. Yes. We got one black man who says, I don't care if you about to die, roll over and take it. We got another black man who, in his own business that represent his family, that he's advertised with his wife in the boom boom room, where this is a place where you serve food. This is a place where you serve food to the public. Don't forget it, but just lay aside the morality clause of it. But what about health and safety to the community? You having relations in the next room from where the cook is. And then you got a man who will go out and cheat on his family, not just a wife. He cheated on his family, produced another life, and then say that the life he produced, which was against the will of God, against the very marriage that he stood up and swore to honor, love, and obey, was his favorite being. This is the favorite being. This man said those words, this is his favorite child. How can you say that? And then you got another man who tells his wife, I mean, Miss Titanic, it's not even the other people. We have been trained and taught how to treat our own people. Mm-hmm. And they are the example for the next generation. Without a strong black woman in the house like Melanie, her son would imitate his father.
Wow.
Martell, what's his name? Maurice, his son is already imitating him toward Kimmy.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, and then you got Marceau's son. He spoke up to him with dishonor and disrespect on national TV. Told his mom, I wouldn't let nobody talk to me like that. You might feel that way, you might think that way. What you're saying may be true, but you are a child, and that is your parent. So it's already has started to perpetuate the seed that they're sowing for the next generation. It's already happening. Look at the daughters and the women. We got women, black women, who say that they are not treated equal, that they are not defended. They're the least defended species on the planet, but yet they defend other women the least. Other colored women, they stick together. If she say you raped her, you did it. If she say you hit her,
Yeah.
you did it. If she
Yeah.
say you stole it, you did it. But with us, how you know he did it? Well, he didn't. It wasn't like that. We always got an excuse.
Yeah. Or what were you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
What did
What you
you
had
have
on?
on?
What was you
Yes.
wearing?
Yes.
Mhm. And so it's not that easy to correct this problem because this is grounded and rooted from Master's house. We were always the objects of divide and conquer. And that's what we are today. Divide the man. You're a powerful man. You're a king. Well, he get the big head. He don't even take it with humility, but he take it with vanity. And so now he's gonna rule over this woman. He gonna rule her, not rule with her. He gonna rule over her. And so it's a thing. Black Titanic has got to be spiritually attacked. We, the prayer warriors, we, the people of God, we're gonna have to turn our plate over, get in our closets, and start doing what they did that brought them out of slavery to bring us out of this modern day slavery.
Yes, it is. And let me read what Kathy Cole said. Just plain brutal and cruel in their treatment of us. Yes, not only everybody in the world, not only the other races, but she talking about our black men too. And then it's so perpetuated, the stereotypes on the Love and Marriage Huntsville, as if this is supposed to be normal. Because remember, the men's on this show is they're saying it as if the men's on the show, they're saying that they're successful men, they A1 men. That's how the media try to portray these men on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Remember, that guy in Detroit said that Maso represented Huntsville. So let me read what Victoria says. If Keke was guilty, she would have been arrested. They were wrong to air her out on the show. Innocent to proven guilty.
My question is this: how do you expect a WAP spirited person to come through with a just, sound representation of anyone? Let's speak fairly, let's speak truthfully, and let's call it what it really is. The head of this that we know of is Carlos King. If his spirit is warped, I don't care. Yeah, we're gonna be politically correct, and you do what you want to do, and that's your business. But according to the word, if you're Christian, according to the word, he's warped spirit. His spirit is off. That's just it. It don't matter who don't like it or whatever. Take it up with God. I didn't write the book. I just read it. His spirit is off. So naturally, he's going to do off things. Everything that happened is at the hand of his discretion. He is the power behind this machine. He is the immediate power behind this machine. And he's the one that go in the boardroom and say, well, we got to do it like this. Even though we complain, he goes in the board.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
He goes in the boardroom and present his case for why he's allowing these men to do what they do, why he's allowing these women to be degraded, belittled, talked against, slanderized. He's the force. But you got to understand why he does what he do. He's not a natural man. We just gonna have to admit what's going on. That's why we got to fight spiritually. You can talk all day long about it, and we can all come in agreement about it. But until we come in agreement against it, we can't do nothing. The Bible says if any two touch and agree on what they ask. Well, are we asking? Do it ever cross our mind to pray about what's going on in this YouTube streets? Let's pray about what's going on this Love and Marriage Huntsville show. Do anybody pray about it or just report about it? Because reporting ain't going to change nothing. It's just going to give us information. But if we start praying, Miss Black Titanic, is there anything too hard for God? Is there anything? Is it anything? That's my question.
Okay, I'm going to show this. Y'all got to listen. I can't show it. This coming from Anthony. Do y'all remember? Back in our faces again, my soul and cheating. They said that he was having a threesome. So that's why Keke threw that water in her face, because instead of her to look at Maso cheating, she is mad at Keke, saying Keke trying to stir up stuff to ruin her marriage. But check this out. This is Keke trying to take up for Tisha. She didn't know nothing about it, so she's questioning this guy. They tried, according to allegedly, and just my opinion, according to these tapes, they were saying that it was Keke, makeup artist, that had the threesome. She said no, it wasn't her. All right, so this is the conversation. Oh, this Anthony, it's coming from Anthony. Let me wait till the thing go off. Girl, you're gonna have to turn that TV down, really. My grandbaby just came in here from school, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to get this tape to play. I guess it'll play in a minute. Hold on, let me turn that thing down, y'all. Can you speak to the crowd for me, Pastor Jester, till I take care of this?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, talk to the crowd for me.
Okay. I just want to say that I am so grateful that God is using Miss Titanic to bring us this information. And I'm hoping that each and every one of us spread the word about donating to that legal cause to help him, because even if he get acquitted and walk free, the family has suffered, the man has suffered. I know he's doing that freedom fighting type stuff that Miss Botanic was talking about, but you still got to eat and you still got to sleep and your children still got to go to school. And in an instant, we donate and raise millions for other people. But when it comes to our own, we got to learn how to start supporting our own, because believe it or not, we all going to have to piggyback off of what happened to this person. If they can get away with crucifying him, who's to say your grandson or your great grandson won't be next? So we got to kind of come together and start, without trying to figure out everything. We don't have to figure out, we know racism exists. We know racial profiling exists. We already know this. So we're going to have to start just saying, oh, is that the case? Where do I help? What can I do? If it's sending a letter to the person, encouraging them, it's something we all can do. Find out where they're located. Do they have a P.O. box? Who's the attorney? What court? Can we send letters to the court? All these type of things that we need to start doing as a people. Because believe me, when it's time to prosecute us, whether justly or unjustly, letters are being sent, phone calls are being made, donations are taken up. And so we just have to do our part.
Yeah, Pastor. We have raised up $100,000 for this man. It's just a few of us. And what's happening is they're trying to get him the death penalty. He was sitting in his car. It was his daughter's birthday. He is a family man. He got like about 5 or 6 kids that he takes care of. He's a great dad and a political fighter, freedom fighter. That's why he was targeted. And like I said, he was the only one in the Breonna case that's been arrested and in prison. He was on that Breonna Taylor case also. And so, yeah, you're right. Y'all saw how much they made, millions of dollars in less than 24 hours for Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yes, they did.
For those of you who do not know who Kyle Rittenhouse was he was that young, clear person, that little 17-year-old boy that crawled states with a weapon in his hand, not old enough to even carry a weapon. Deleted 2 people, I believe, but he still was free. He was innocent until proven guilty, and that's how they treat each other. But to get back on the donation, they was trying to railroad him, so we had to come up with hiring him a lawyer. His lawyers, just was dependent on the public. So we glad we found somebody to take the case. But he been charged with manslaughter, but he's gonna appeal it. So we still have to keep this money coming, because he should go home. Y'all know he was railroaded. Anyway, Thank you, Pastor Juster. You did a fabulous job. Let me play this for y'all. This is why that scenery, this goes into the scenery where Keke threw the water on Tisha. And this is why. It's because of them, she informing her about the threesome. This is Anthony Lofty, you guys.
And Gibbs production already knew about it. And they told them to bring some truth to that situation.
This is Anthony Lofty.
Play the next part.
That's Keke.
Yo, listen. And that's why I'm honest about how I feel about her. Because because of how I feel about her, that thought ran across my head. But the fact that this girl hit me, I've never met this girl in my life, and she knows things that she should know. I'm not going to get in the way of karma. I've been told Jasmine, like, yo, Jasmine, you really got to stop running your mouth so much. It's going to catch up to you. So this ain't messy shit. Like, this shit, your stuff, the shit you're on, you're not on no bullshit.
So Jasmine is supposed to be the lady he's in love with. Allegedly, Jasmine, his lady friend, been having threesomes with Marceau in the boom boom room back there. Allegedly. I'm just gossiping. I don't know if it's true.
It's not a bullshit. I'm not gonna get in the way of that. So I'm not going on that. Typically I would, because it's like I don't like. That's what I'm saying. This shit was presented to me, right? I didn't even notice. Like I didn't even notice that. Like you should have let me the fuck alone. Like that thing with me, bro. I don't even live in 2 minutes. Like let's get real. Like the fuck. Why you come over here fucking with me? I don't have their stone. But I can tell you 100% my whole agenda. This is my agenda. I don't have to say shit about what you and I discuss. But if they come to me, say, Keke, you put this shit up, I want to feel comfortable enough to say, y'all, wait a minute. Let me get somebody. There we go. Call me. Exactly. Because then I'm going to demand that she get pre-presented like, yo, Jasmine. I'll do it, and I want you to come in person. Thank you. Okay? Thank you. I want it to be. Yeah, because they're trying to make us seem, they're trying to make us look bad. Not only they're trying to make the judge look bad, they're trying to make me look bad too. This bitch went prior to the producer talking about I'm trying to get her fired and whoop, like, bitch, I'm doing something about these funky ass $350. What are you talking about, bitch? $350 every other week for stinking ass Love and Marriage. What are you talking about? Bitch, I never seen one episode.
That's Keke, makeup artist. And Keke.
And I'm telling you, I'm not down for this. I'm not down for this no like that. I've never been. Wait a minute, calm down. I'm married and I have 3 kids. I don't wish this on anybody. Okay? That shit hurts families and it hurts marriages. I don't want this to be true. I honestly don't want it to be true. But if it is, then I'm not going to allow something to follow me and my makeup artist and us to be blamed for something that we had nothing to do. I can't allow it. I can't allow it. I would be doing myself and her a disservice. So I'm not asking you to be messy with us because I understand that you don't know us. And I understand that you have feelings for Jasmine. I feel that 100%. So I'm only asking you that if this shit comes back on us and I can hit you up and say, hey. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Oh, listen. Even when it makes me look bad, I don't care about that. Hell yeah. Oh, you got my word on that. And like Jasmine, the fact that if you tell Jasmine you have my number, she's gonna be upset about that because she knows I'm going to. I'm going to keep it 100. No, I'm just saying. Of course, I'm going to keep it 100. Even because I look bad. Even though I look bad, that's what it is. That's what I'm surprised that she's as active with her mouth as she is, because this don't make sense. Like, why is she making problems knowing what the. Yo, this is crazy. I don't know. Because she didn't know that I was the she thought she was going to be like she fully tried to got me kicked off the show. No, baby, you can't bully me, baby.
They're talking about the threesome, you guys.
I'm not no fly. Bitch, you ain't got no fucking shit on me, bitch. I don't move weird. I'm not out here arguing with weird shit. When Brianna first started my makeup, Brianna was honest with me about what was going on. She and I have not said anything to anybody about our conversation. We have been hit with people coming to us about it now where they go to them and are saying to production. And I'm saying, you know, this girl lying on me, this is.
So Keke didn't know what was going on. It was Stormy that went to them allegedly and told them that the makeup artist was about to be getting fired, but they got the wrong makeup artist. She say it wasn't me having no threesome with my soul. No, not me. It was somebody else.
I'm not coming looking for you because I want a juicy store. That's not who I am.
This is Anthony Lotus. All right, y'all. There was Anthony Lotus, y'all. So y'all heard that it's back in effect again. It's back in effect again now. Every season we hear about this man cheating, right? Now, she is never. What Miss Carver said, who was the third person in the boom boom room? Do tell, please. I don't know. But according to those ladies, yeah, they were doing threesome in the boom boom room. Oh, okay, Pastor. I'm through.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I was wondering if it was Maurice. Just my question, my opinion. I was wondering if it was him, the way he ran out that room where what his name, Martell was in Texas. You saw that camera showed him running out there. What was he doing? Listening at the door, coming out the room. I never got the clear on that.
Yeah, the production make it look like Maurice running out of that room.
Exactly. That could have been another threesome right there. You know, he say he got to have it. He got to have it.
Yeah, he got to. Oh my God, y'all. This is Love and Marriage Huntsville. These are the men's and the women's on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Melody means Black Excellence, and she is the producer, one of the producers of the show, and she do show Black Excellence. Yes, she do. So who was the third person? We don't know whether it was a man or a lady. Somebody told me in my chat the other day. I didn't think about that. They said you don't see a close up, so you don't know if it's a male or a female coming out of it.
That's right.
Yes. So yeah, we're looking at the justice system and how they do things. And another thing about the justice system, the media works with them. They'll put something out there, then the media will blow it up. And you best to believe if it's one of us, they're gonna make us look like a boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something else, Miss Black Tata. If it's one of us, they gonna show who it is. But sometime when it comes to their people, they will discretionary show them. They won't show them. They'll talk about them. They'll show a figure in a distance, but they won't show them like they do us. And they won't report. Like the news today was this Hispanic guy, 20 years old, driving a car. But what they do is all this donuts showing off their car, doing wrong, illegal, shouldn't be doing it. But he had one of his neighbor's kids with him, a 12-year-old boy. Hispanic boys grow up early. We know this. They working at 9 years old. But the 12-year-old boy sitting on top of the car, he joyriding while the guy is riding in broad daylight. But he went through the sunroof, sitting up on top of the car. Illegal, wrong, could get hurt. I understand that. But the way they reported was that 12-year-old boy was hanging on for dear life. And next thing you know, they got the man and they charging him with felonies because he's of another race, because he's not of the clear persuasion. But the way they advertised it, you could have swear he tied that kid up there and he was speeding. He wasn't. The kid was joyriding. The kid was enjoying it. He was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And So it's just the way they report us is already have you convicted before you ever get to the courtroom.
That's right. Now I want to say that Esau, when y'all know Esau in the Bible was those twins. What was it, Jacob and Esau?
Mm-hmm.
It came out dark, but Esau came out clear. And according to the Bible now, y'all say God don't talk about hate. He said, I hate Esau, which is the clear people nation. But I love Jacob, which is our nation. That's in the Bible now. But anyway, Esau plays chess with our minds all the time, every minute of the day. They in that boardroom somewhere making up laws against us. We have to battle them every day in the courtroom. That war in that courtroom is something else, y'all. They said that we're 3/5 of a human being, and that's the Dred Scott decision that has never ever been challenged when we go through that courtroom, y'all. The Dred Scott decision says that we would never ever be treated with the same respect as Esau, or get the respect or get the same kind of justice as Esau, because we are 3/4 of a human being. Not even consider human, full human, to even get justice in the courtroom. That was by Justice Judge Taney, and I think it's 1865, 1800s, y'all. Way back there, it still haven't been challenged. I believe that was 1865, if I'm not mistaken. We're never going to receive the same legal right as Esau. Yeah, from slavery on down to Jim Crow days to right now. That boy right there, sitting up there in that courtroom fighting for his life when he shouldn't even never even seen it during the day of courtroom. But what Martin Luther King said, there was two justices, one for us and one for them.
And anyone that stand up for justice sake, stand up for justice of our race of people, some way, somehow, whether it be a clear woman, because you got plenty of money and you're in the NFL or the NBA, no matter, we're going to find a way to bring you down, to put you in your place. And that's what's been happening for generation after generation. And we're not teaching our children. We want to say, well, every time the black man get up there and make them $100,000 contracts and $1 million contracts, they move to the clear woman, but they not being taught as little boys. They not being taught to honor the dark-skinned women. They're not being taught to honor their race. So when they grow up and get that money, they're reaching out for that forbidden fruit, what they've been denied, what they've been conditioned to believe that you can't have that. Well, they say, I'm a millionaire now. Yes, I can. And don't know that it's all a trap. It's all a setup, because show me one, and I'm sure there are some somewhere, but show me where they last, the longevity of death do us part. Where is that between the dark and the clear marriage? Where is that they last till death do us part? Where is it?
Also, you know that now what they do is they make them wealthy too, because when they marry, it goes into now that race of people.
That's
they
right.
Marry that clear person, whatever wealth they had. I always think about who was Tiger Woods. He got that girl out of the Waffle House. A Waffle House chick. Now she is a billionaire. The wife that was a billionaire, and he sent all her family to school and everything. All that wealth went right back to the clear person when it could have been into the black neighborhood with a black woman and a black child. He could have even sent black kids to school. No, he sent that side of the family.
Yeah, that's the same thing OJ did, Miss Black Titanic. He put her dad in businesses.
Wait a minute, everything okay, go on.
Yeah, put all her sisters and brothers in colleges and businesses and educated them. And as soon as he was suspect, not proven guilty, suspected of being guilty, they turned on him. because they had got everything, and then went back years later and got his own trophies that he took hits upside the head for, that he took broken legs for in the football arena or whatever he was playing. They even come back and got that. They took
Yeah.
his trophies.
And then they put him in jail for getting his own stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
For his own product that he went and retrieved.
Thank you. Thank
But
you.
he bought it on himself. He
Yeah.
got right back out, went right back to Esau people, child.
Yeah.
Went
Yeah.
right back to him.
But we're trained that way, Miss Black Titanic. See, it starts at home. I don't care what nobody say. Education is to enlighten your ability to think and to reason. But the foundation starts at home, around the table. It starts at home, right at grandpa's knee, at daddy's knee, in mama's lap. It starts right there. And we got a generation of mamas and daddies that are so busy trying to live the good life that they omitting the real good life, which is instilling values, character in your children. When I grew up, mamas, you better pull that dress down. You ain't wearing that. Now, mama buy it for you. Your breasts hanging out, your buns all out. And she bought it for you. This your present. I know you wanted it. Now they're more friends than parents.
Yeah, they try to be friends. And don't teach the children that they have to have boundaries too. You don't teach your child boundaries. That's why they can go and break in a car and steal a car and go joyriding because they've never been taught that. Yeah.
And turn around and curse out the parent. Curse them out to their face.
Yeah.
So
So we got to take a look at this justice system and keep up with it. Tomorrow gonna be part 2. Sister Muhammad is on the front line. She is the new Black Panther Party chair. She is a woman, you guys. She is on the front line. She's down there in Mississippi trying to solve a lot of them hangings. There's a lot of hangings going on down there, y'all. The year of 2000, we got more hangings in the African American community than it was in slavery days. But they always say that they committed suicide. They sit up there on a tree home with the hands tied behind their back, feet tied up, and yet you gonna say this is suicide. And that's another case that Brother Ozone was on too, right? In Douglasville, Georgia. His name was Mr. Kyle. This just recently happened, y'all. Mr. Kyle was found hung. This recently just happened. He was like in his 40s. And so he was on that case also. He went down there because they wouldn't even speak to the family. Now, the family saw it on the news. Now, he had an ankle bracelet on, an active ankle bracelet on. Why couldn't the sheriff find him? That's what everybody want to know. And the ankle bracelets were still active, you guys. So a lot of people suspect that it was one of those state actors that did it down there. Yeah, Brother Style, he was on there. Yeah, he went. They wouldn't never talk to the family until he came down there. Him and Sister Muhammad came down there in Douglasville, Georgia. And then that was when the media started reporting on it because you had all these Black Panthers standing out there in front of the courtroom. So they didn't want that. So they let Brother Styles' mama and brother in along with Brother Ozone so they can talk to him. Of course, y'all know what they said. Oh, we investigating this, but we think it probably was a suicide. Yeah. So tomorrow be part 2. I'll show y'all that, and I'll show y'all Sister Muhammad. Anyway, it's the 2-hour mark, and Pastor, you want to say something before I go?
Oh, just that I appreciate you so much, Miss Black Titanic, and I am learning. I'm 68 years old, but I am learning from you, and I thank God for you, and I'm encouraging the rest of our listeners to please donate to our causes for our people. Let's help our own. Let's do something for our own. Let's stop penny pinching and worrying about what they're going to do with it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we give to support. And what's done, if it's wrong, they're going to answer. And if it's right, we're going to accomplish something. Let's just give. Let's do something. I want to be a part of something greater than myself, Miss Black Titanic, just like you.
Yeah, that even just doing it. Y'all could go read up, if you tap in Othal.org, everything gonna pop up about this man, y'all. And y'all saw they showing they wrapped up the trial this week. But just donate to Othal.org, $5, $2, anything would do to keep this case going. We do not want him to be under no state representative because we know that they'll railroad him. But the only reason he got manslaughter was because he had help from the public. They didn't expect for this young man to have help from the public. I know that shocked them because the money that we raised with this $100,000 has just got his legal team to defend him in court. But we still ain't through paying for the legal fees. They're up and coming. So let's do like the rest of the races. That Kyle Rittenhouse got over $1 million in one day, y'all. It done took us 2 years just to get $100,000. 2 years. All right, I'm going, you guys, and part 2 will be tomorrow. Part 2 will get deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm going to show y'all what's going on down there in Mississippi with all these hangings. And anyway, boots on the ground with Omar. See y'all later. Thank you, Pastor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I enjoyed you.
Yes, ma'am.